Okay, I'm probably going to shave a whole lot of this off. Unfortunately, this is the best I could do for production quality, lighting, etc. My name is Mike Golbach. This is my probably way too long video that we'll chop up, and I got to give you something right now. I don't know what else to do. Basically, my goal is to, well, we'll start out with this. I've been writing since I was a kid. Always wanted to. Spent most of my life, I'm sure this won't go in the video, I spent most of my life writing, working other jobs, just doing it when I could. The first time I released an actual novel was in 2009. After that, it took me about 6 years while working 24/7 IT jobs. I mean, literally 24/7. They'd call me up in the night. Sometimes I'd be working like 72 hours in a row. Impossible to get a book done in that amount of time. So I saved up tons of money. Well, not tons really, because just enough to last me a year. And during that year, I just went full out writing. And that's been this last year, February through February. Actually, June through June. Sorry, June 8th was just my anniversary. So June 8th, 2015 through June 8th, 2016, I did nothing but write, market, work with editors, designers, formatters, marketers, stuff like that, to get my work out there. And in those 8 months, I was not only able to get my original book professionally done, but I was also able to write a complete novel that's already come out called Missing Pieces. That came out this February. I've got a collection of short stories coming out on June 28th called Bloody Gullets. Kind of a dark collection, a little bit different than the book. I've got a children's book coming out called The Fishmonger and the Goat, sometime July or it's not definite yet. And I've got another book, Fix, that's coming out in September. And I'm in a place right now where I've got a fourth novel. First couple drafts are done, need to get it edited, but here I've hit the brick wall after a year, and I can't do anything except go back to work, which will completely eradicate my ability to write. But if I can go back to get a regular job, enough to give me, this is crazy, why am I saying this? Anyway, my goal now that I'm needing to go back to work okay, let's start again. So my goal is this. I want to be a full-time writer. This last year has been incredible, writing 5 to 6 hours a day, 5 days a week, producing an enormous volume of work, 9 to 12,000 words a day. Those 9 to 12,000 words weren't necessarily 9 to 12,000 good words, but when you add it up and you take away the bad stuff and revise it, rethink it, etc., it's an enormous volume of work, an enormous amount of work that I was able to accomplish in just 1 year. But if I go back to work, which I'm fine with, I can still crank out about 1 or 2 more books. So the point or the purpose, I'll start again here. The purpose of this campaign is to more aggressively market work that I've already put out there and that I've already got in motion, and to take my fourth novel, which has yet to be edited, and take it through that whole process. Editing, cover design, illustration, and marketing, interior formatting, everything that goes into professional production, and as well as, I don't even know where I am, so let's start this part again. So the goal of this project is to complete everything that I've done in the previous year. That's my ultimate goal, my basic goal. Complete everything I've done in the previous year, which would be to market what I've already got out there, complete my production schedule, which is essentially all paid for, and market the books that I have coming out, and then finish my fourth novel, which needs to go through edits, revisions, beta reading, more revisions, cover design, interior formatting, marketing, etc., and get that all taken care of. So I've got 4 novels, 3 of which I wrote this year, a short story collection, and a children's book, for technically 5 books in 1 year. And that's the goal of this, is to get that done, to make this year matter. And my stretch goal is to continue my work, and that's where I've figured in the amounts for another 2 books, based on what it cost me to release each individual book, which, if you see the breakdown of the budget, that's about how much goes into it, into every single book. The return sorry. The return on investment isn't really that important to me. At this point, I've only released 2 books, and while they are doing critically well, and they're being well received, the return on investment isn't good. For instance, on my first novel, which I just had professionally edited and done the correct way, I spent about $2,000, and at 27 cents a copy, I made about $80. So this is not a for-profit business right now. Perhaps art shouldn't even be considered a business, although in certain respects it must be, or it can't continue. If there's no money in it, who benefits? Cui bono, I guess. So the ultimate goal here is to get those books done, keep on writing more books, and eventually the absolute ultimate goal would be to write entirely for a living and not write and pick up odd jobs here and there. And in doing so, I'm actually creating more jobs for other people, because if you think about it, my time is my time. I really just need to live. I need food, water, a roof above my head. Air conditioning's nice, not entirely necessary. But we've got our editors, book designers, illustrators, marketers. These are where the thousands of dollars are going. For me, I'm happy with rent and food. I don't even care if I have a TV. It doesn't matter to me. So the ultimate goal for me is to be a professional author of fiction, while also doing other work, which in a perfect world will also involve writing, because I do ghost writing, I do copy editing and professional line editing. Although I do outsource those activities for my own work, because I don't feel I'm qualified to edit my own work. And that's not to say that I'm not technically qualified to edit my own work. I just kind of have a bias towards thinking that what I've done is wonderful, and overlooking a lot of the problems with it. So that's what I want to do, and that's why I'm asking for your donation to help finish this dream and keep it going, hatchet the new one. And hopefully, in the future, I'll be able to support another artist, and they'll be able to support another. And through the downdraft, we'll eventually get a whole bunch of writers who can write a whole bunch of great books that should be out there, but just aren't, because everybody's working way too much. Take that part out. I don't know. But this is my little video because I need to talk with you about what I'm really supposed to be doing here. The things that I saw other people doing, I'm not really sure that they apply much to what I'm saying. So here is something for us in our meeting, so that you can tell me what's right and tell me what's wrong. And hopefully my screen presence isn't too disturbing. Anyway, take care. This is the awkward part where I try to find how to turn off this camera. Oh, there we go.